Good morning, everyone, and welcome to everyone who's our regulars and to anybody that might be new. And please let us know who you are so that we can just give you some extra help if you need it. Tonight or this morning is going to be a really interesting class, and I'm looking forward to it, so I'm sure you are too. If anybody has any tech problems, please just first off try using your welcome email and log back in with that. Otherwise, please use the click here for support just above where I am at the moment. So without further ado, let's get your teacher down to take the class. Oh, hi, Carolyn. Hi, Beetle. Nice to see you both. Oh, hi, Jack.
Morning.
Good morning. And I think I know where you are.
Well, you may have guessed by now, but I'm in the mystery location on a family holiday with the children.
And how is that? Is that fun?
It is great fun. Yes, we're having lots of fun here. We've been in the swimming pool. We went to the water park. I played golf with my 13-year-old. No, we're having a lot of fun. And it's not too hot, about 30, 32 degrees.
Oh, so, I'm envious. That sounds gorgeous. It's freezing where I am.
And regulars will recognize the picture behind me, the painting.
Oh,
I was here in exactly the same place last year.
I'm sure some of your students will. It looks sort of like I don't know, a Picasso or something strange, doesn't it?
Yes, quite a cool painting, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're here, and I'm in a little meeting room off the foyer. And remember, at the end,
you'll show us around.
Yes, for those who want to. It's not. It's only an obligation. But yes, I'll just take you through the lobby, and we'll have a little view.
Fantastic.
Of the sea and the palm trees at the end, for those who want to. Otherwise, yes, we had a really good lesson on Monday on
Fantastic
double.
lesson.
It was whether to double or whether to overcall a 5-card major. So that was really useful Monday morning. And today we're making a plan in 3 no trumps, Franny. A really useful.
Well, a lot of people shy away from playing no trumps, don't they?
Well, they
so
are
maybe
more difficult.
You can conquer that fear.
Yeah, they are more difficult. We all find 3 no trumps difficult most of the time. So after today's lesson, I'm sure we'll inspire more confidence in our students. And it's all about confidence, really.
It is. All right. Well, I'll disappear and we'll chat later when you do the little tour.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see you in about an hour.
Cool. Bye.
Thanks, Franny. Right, let's get down to business. The business of learning bridge. Where are we? And we're making a plan in 3 no trumps. So warm welcome to you all, especially those watching in replay as well. Can't be with us live. You're very much part of our class. And do remember to ask me the odd bridge question for those watching in replays. You can't ask questions live. Yes, 1 no trump would be voted Maggi. 95% of bridge players would vote 1 no trump as the contract they least like playing. We're going to look at one of those as well. Here we go. So we talk about teeing up, which is something I was doing a couple of days ago out here in the Algarve. Tee for tricks, count certain ones. And note that this is a strategy we don't do in trump contracts. No, that's totally different. That's to do with drawing trumps or not. So count the certain ones. Shouldn't take long. Then you look for the extras, which will be in the longest suit. Obviously, the 5-card suit or the gold dust. But sometimes you won't have a 5-card suit. So you play on the 4 and the 4, or the 4 and the 3 between the 2 hands. And then most importantly, of course, establish. Go for the extras first, which I think we all know by now. As out and out beginners, it's very tempting to play aces and kings, but we soon learned that wasn't a good strategy. There you go. And we talk about the tortoise in no trumps, not the hare. Yes, don't be frightened to lose a trick or 2 or 3 or 4. Quite often in 1 no trump, I'll lose the first 5 or 6 tricks. Yeah. Lose to win. Okay, so 5 of clubs is led. How many certain tricks are there? Let's just practice that for a second or two. How many certain tricks? They must include the ace, of course. Phil's first up with this one, fastest finger. Fastest finger, Phil. There you go. Canny tennis player, Phil Hesketh. So going through each suit in turn, there's none in spades. 4 heart winners, no one's going to take those away from us. And the ace king of clubs, good 6. Plenty of potential in diamonds, of course, but no certain ones because we're missing the ace. Yep, I think we're all pretty good on that. There's the answer, look. Let's go straight into hand 1 and using the new technology, let's see how that works. Just bear with me a second. Not a second. That's all right, Angela. There we go. So 6, 7, 10, 17. What do we open there? 17 points. 1 heart or 1 diamond? Yes, it's always the major suit first, with a major and a minor. If you've got 4 hearts and 4 clubs, however good they are, always open the heart first. All right. Except, obviously, if you had 5 diamonds and 4 hearts, you'd open the diamond, length before strength. North, 8 points. What would you reply with the north hand? One spade. Yes, don't make the mistake of bidding 1 no trump. Some players do. That denies a 4-card major. So never deny a 4-card major at the 1 level, or try very hard not to. And South, what's their rebid with 17? Well done. 1 no trump is 15 to 16 points. So 2 no trump bid here, 17, 18. Yeah. And clearly, with 8 points, North accepts the invitation to game. And what would you lead to 3 no trumps here? Always good to practice the opening lead. Yes, fairly obvious, isn't it? 4th highest, the longest, the strongest. Note that it's absolutely fine to lead away from an ace in no trumps. It would be forbidden in a trump contract. 2 of diamonds would be the last lead I'd make in a trump against a trump contract. Good. Okay, well, counting certain tricks, we do that. Teeing up. T for tricks, E for extras, E for establish. Well, we've got 3, haven't we? Ace, king of spades, and the ace of hearts. Not many. Clearly, lots of potential in the hearts and in the clubs. Right. Well, first things first. Also, we need to decide which diamonds play from trick 1. So often people play the wrong card. Do we go second player play low, like the rule book tells us to do most of the time? Or would you rise with the queen of diamonds here? Let's have some answers. And yes, such an important expression. It's actually my favorite expression in bridge. Never play too quickly at trick 1. So many contracts go down, either because Clara hasn't made a plan or because they played the wrong card from dummy. And well done. I'd say Ellie's saying the queen would probably lose. No, I think it'll probably win. Because, West has shown length in diamonds. Also, what do you notice about the two of diamonds lead? Why is that significant, the two of diamonds? Just before we go on. Oh, if you don't play it, you won't make it. Yes, Ellie, no, you're correct. Yes, your only chance of making it is to play. So normally, if there's King X or Queen X in dummy, in no trumps, it's normally right to play the king or the queen. And yes, I hope you noted that because they've led the two, West only has 4 cards in diamonds. Yeah, they can't have 5 because that's the 4th highest, the 2. Right, let's see what happens. And which card will you play from dummy at trick 2 now? Just won the Queen of Diamonds, which is a bonus. Also means we're protected from the opening lead from West. Good, well, it's fairly clear to play a heart, isn't it? And which one from the dummy? Well, Queen or Jack. I'm sure you're all going to finesse. And that wins. So that's a bonus. What do we do now? Queen or Jack. I tend to play, I mean, it's obviously entirely up to you, Caroline, and others, but I tend to play the higher card here. It's easier for me to remember that it's gone, but that's just a personal thing. Well, now we need to go back to dummy, don't we? We can do that with the help of the 3 of clubs. To the king. And that wins. Gosh, it is our lucky day. So we're going to repeat the finesse now. I'm not going to ask you that one now. So we come back with another heart. To the knave. Things are going swimmingly so far. They couldn't be going any better. What next for Declarer? Yes, hearts are stronger than clubs, Margaret. Yes, that's why I went for hearts first. And we were in dummy to play the hearts, which was convenient. Well, now we can... I think this is important. Why are you going back to dummy? I think this is quite important, There's no more finessing to be done. Okay? There's no point going back to dummy and playing the 6 of hearts to the ace. The finessing is finished here. Yes, there's no more repeat. Some of the improvers think it's a good idea to go back and play another heart. No, there's no finessing now. The Queen and the Jack have gone. There is no finesse position left. So we just have to hope they divide 3 and 3. We play the ace of hearts. Phil's got a question. Would they not play their high card as second player? No, Phil, that would just make life easier for us. If East played the King of Hearts at any time, that just makes life easier for Declare, and we win it with the ace. And there's very much second player play low here from defenders. A good question from Phil. What do we do now, everyone, having played the ace of hearts? It won't help them to play their high card. It'll just help Declare it. Well, hearts, you only really need to count 1 suit in no trumps. And here we're counting out hearts. This 13th heart is a winner. Diamond can go. Now we play another club. East has done well to duck this, by the way. Sorry, West has done well to play the 10 of clubs, ducking it. Otherwise, we'd have entry to the clubs. Well, I think we can play a spade now. To the ace. And this is our 9th trick, look. What should we play now, do you think, having played the King of Spades? We've made 9 tricks. Well, I don't see any point playing the King of Diamonds, no. It's going to lose to the ace. I think better here, everyone, to get off lead with a club. Yeah. If we play the king of diamonds, we're definitely never going to make it. If we can get the opponents to play diamonds for us, we might still make the king. So let's get off lead with a 9 of clubs. They take their queen of spades. They take their ace of diamonds. But guess what? They are now end played. Something we discuss with the intermediates. It's a more advanced technique. West was effectively end played here to give us a trick with our king of diamonds. And that's a very valuable over trick. There's the full hand look. A very valuable over trick for those who play duplicate, which will be most of you. 10 tricks would be the top score. 9 tricks would be an average score. But 10 tricks would be the top score there. Notice how lucky we were there. Hearts were, it was a dream situation. Hearts were 3-3. The king was with East. Clubs were 3-3. The ace was with West. Things couldn't have gone much better for us. But good technique gives good results. And yes, just a key thing there was really no point at the end playing the king of diamonds. That would have lost to the ace, and then we lose to the 10. So better to get off lead with a loser. As Val said, it's almost like I planned it. Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it, Val? Let's go back to the classroom. Ooh, we're going to play another hand on BBA. Let's play another hand. Yes, hang on a second. Let's play it on BBA this time. Okay, so let's play this one here. Okie dokie, so it's a 1-no trump opening. And of course, without a 5-card suit, North passes. 0 to 10 without a 5-card suit, North passes. And the opening lead, yeah, longest and strongest, so we choose a spade here. Okay, so let's count our certain tricks. How many have we got? Ellie's fastest finger first. At the moment, we're still doing a mixture of BBO and LBO hands. So sometimes we're hiding cards, sometimes we're not. But we're just getting used to the new software. And me as well. We have 6, yes, 3 spades and 3 diamonds. We only need 1 extra trick. That's quite unusual in 1-no trump. But let's see, have you found a way? It's not going to come from spades because they've led one. Right, now then, which card should we play at trick 2 from Declarer? And what would you play if you're watching in replay? Would you play a club or a heart? Where is there a chance of a 7th trick doing? Certainly not in diamonds or spades, because we've got our winners there. Well, clubs are the longest suit. And also look at the pips, as we call them. Pips, P-I-P-S. That's the 8 and the 9 of clubs. And we've got the 10 and the jack. So what we're going to do here, rather than go for hearts, where we're probably not going to succeed, yeah, if we play hearts ourselves, we're almost certainly going to lose all 3 tricks. But clubs, you see, once the ace, king, queen of clubs are gone, we're going to use the method, which we were talking about last week, of force, to force out those high cards. So let's start with the club. Well done if you did that. Winning with the cheapest of touching honours, by the way, the queen, not the king. And of course, they return partner's suit. Nearly always best to return partners suited, no trumps. Keeps them in a good mood. And we're back on with the clubs, of course. That's plan A. We're being very tortoise-like here. They plug on with their spades. I don't think we can really afford to throw the 9 of hearts here. So we'll throw a little heart. And again, back on with the clubs. The king. Let's say they switch to a bit dangerous to switch from a king here. I think we're going to play a diamond back. We can win with the king, look. And crucially, our 10 of clubs, let's just marvel at that. That is a length winner. Or should I say a winner by force? Yes, we forced out the ace, king, queen. They can chuck a diamond. They can chuck a spade. And now we just take our diamond tricks, look. To the ace. Queen of diamonds. Can try a heart to the queen. The opponents win with the ace. Well done with the opponents, sticking with their guns with the spades. They've made a length winner with spades. And they take their heart at the end. But we have come to 7 tricks. Hard work that, wasn't it? But really, we just made, it's always hard work making 1 no trump because the points are very evenly distributed. But well done if you spotted the club there. The key, of course, was the jack of clubs, the 10 of clubs, the 9 of clubs, and the 8 of clubs. Yeah. So in fact, it was a certainty that once the ace, king, queen had gone, we'd make a club winner there through force. Well done. Let's just go back to the classroom. Here we are. Yes, here's an example. 5 of clubs has been led in 3 no trumps. Second player, dummy, plays low. Third player plays the queen of clubs. Would you take your ace of clubs on the first round? Or would you duck it? But I think it's so important at bridge. You know, we all find 1 no trump and 3 no trumps quite difficult. But if you can just take 10 seconds, you know, at the beginning of the hand to make a little plan. But of course, experience is the key. The more times you've played 3 no trumps or 1 no trump, the more experience you gather. The E word. Yes, you would duck it. And would you duck again when they come back another club? Would you duck twice? I haven't got my duck with me. It's back home on the mantelpiece. But if slam duck was here, she would definitely say duck twice. Yeah. Should we have a look at the answer? There you go, look. So duck. But basically, as a general rule, let's say if you duck once, it's best to duck twice. Margaret's talking about the rule of 7. I used to teach the rule of 7, Margaret, but we stopped teaching it. It was confusing with the rule of 11. So, but you can use it. I'm not going to discuss it now, but it comes to the same thing, really. But no, we don't teach it as teachers, bridge teachers anymore. Students confused it with the rule of 11, got into a mess. But yeah, just generally, you could use it. I'm not going to discuss it here, but ducking twice is generally the right thing to do. And then, of course, you try and knock out the ace of diamonds. And if East has the ace of diamonds here, the communication has been severed, you see. If clubs are 5 and 3, if you duck twice, East has no clubs left to return to partner. That's why we duck. It severs. There's some scissors, look. Communication between the defenders. If West has the ace of diamonds, we're toast. Yeah, we're going to go probably 4-5, 1 down. Okay. There you go. There are some ducks just to remind you of ducking, known as quack quack in the trade. Well, my trade. Let's play hand 3. Let's have a look. For you, just bear with me a second. whilst I just load it up. Which one should we play next? Just bear with me. We'll maybe save that one till the end. Let's do this one here. Yeah, there we go. I shall change my mind. Let's do this one. There we go. So, fourth is the opener, 6, 9, 10, 15, 19 points. So we open one spade. And what would you bid with the south hand? Yes, do you bid 2 spades or 1 no trump? Well, most often it's right to support partners major with 3 cards. But if you're 4 triple 3, flat as a pancake, it's actually better to bid 1 no trump here. Okay? But most of the time, if you've got a singleton or doubleton, I'd be preferring to bid 2 spades here with 3 cards. But because we're 4 triple 3, flat as a pancake, 1 no trump is best. And with 19 points, clearly, we jump straight to game. Emma's asking, have we done the 3-card major race? A long time ago, I think, maybe, Emma. I think it's coming up in the next few weeks or month or two. Yes, the 3-card major raise is something. Yeah, it's a very useful lesson, Maggie, you're right. Well, you don't need to have an honor card, Richard. No, that's... There was one teacher who said you needed to have an honor card, but he's changed his mind now. Just 3 little ones. But you would need to have a singleton or a doubleton. Flat as a pancake, 1 no trump is best. But otherwise, I would be bidding 2 spades here with 4 cards or even 3 cards. Yeah, even 3 little ones is fine. But we're going to do that lesson in the next month or two. So it's coming up. It's in the pipeline. Now, just before I do this, actually, I just need to revert back to the classroom for a second or two. Your other guru hasn't caught up. Right. Okay. Okay, so what lead would you make here? Yes, your other guru needs to catch up because, yes, it's old hat. You need an honor card with your 3 little ones. Yes, even though spades have been bid, I think it's marginal. Because spades have been bid, but you do have a 5-card suit, so we would still lead the 7. The alternative lead would be high for hate 7 hearts. I don't mind that. But actually at the table, yeah, I don't mind the 7 of hearts, actually. That's quite a sensible lead. But at the table, they went with the 4th highest spade. But yeah, I'm not sure I would. I think I'd actually lead the 7 of hearts here because spades have been bid by the ops. No, you don't need to do mud, Lisa, and then in no trumps. No, you can do a high for hate 7 here. Yeah, mud is only in trump contracts. Otherwise, you see, Lisa and Den, if you lead the 3 of hearts here, low for like, partner might think you've got an honor card. So in no trumps, you just leave the top of rubbish. Quite a useful tip for you. Right now, counting certain tricks. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is important. I know you can see the other cards, but which spade should we play from the dummy, do you think? Yes, just looking at the north-south cards. Now, I'm going to give you, if I had a get out of jail free card, I'd give it to you. I've got my room key card instead. Look, Ria Park Hotel. So that's my get out of jail free card whilst I'm on holiday. Back on Sunday night, by the way, so we're back in Harrogate next week. Rule of 11. How many of you have done the rule of 11? Would you like to change your mind? Tony's done the rule of 11 by the look of it. Some of you have learnt it. Some of you will have forgotten it or forgotten to use it. Others may not have learnt it, in which case it comes up again in a month or two's time. But let's just go through the rule of 11. It's quite difficult. I'm just going to give you a brief recap of it because some of you may not have done it, in which case you'll need to do the full lesson on it. But most of you will have forgotten to use it. I think no names mentioned, especially the lady who lives in Knaresborough. So what you do, let's just run through it. In no trumps, if they lead their fourth highest, you take the leading card, i.e. the 7 here, away from 11. So that means there's 4 cards higher than the 7 in dummy, east, third player, and declarer. So can you see those 4 cards as declarer? So declarer obviously can only look at the dummy here. Can you see 4 cards higher than the 7? You don't count west, by the way. They're already taken into account because we know the 7's the 4th highest. Quite a tricky rule of 11, by the way. I can't explain it too much more at this stage. We don't have time. But if you're curious, you can look online. Just put in rule of 11 at bridge. Loads of stuff will come up. It's only in no trumps. It's only when they lead the 4th highest. There are 4 higher: Mary, Angela, Philippa, and others. Correct. The 8, the ace, the queen, and the 10. So 4 minus 4 is 0. And basically the reason why we do the rule of 11 is to work out how many cards east has. That's third player, higher than the 7. And the answer, students, is 0 cards higher than the 7. So with confidence, we don't play the 10, we can play the 2, knowing that the 8 will win. That's the key play. Yes, works if they're 4 cards, leads from 10. As long as they've led the 4th highest, which most people do, nearly everyone. It's a little magic trick, really. It's quite difficult. To some of you, you're not getting it. Let it waft over your head like the warm breeze. There we go. There's the warm breeze. Wafting over my head. Yes, I don't think the air conditioners are on in this room, but it's okay. We just know, Emma, the rule of 11 has told us that there are no higher cards in East Hand than the 7 because we can see them all in dummy and declarer. 4 minus 4 is 0. So we know that the highest card they've got would be the 6 or possibly the 4. But if you, as I say, if you don't understand it, we will be doing a lesson on it next month or 2, and also you can put it in online. Right, what do you think we do next at trick 2, having won a cheap trick? Well, just waiting for the answers. We can, really, our only source of extra tricks is the spades, isn't it? To the 10. And as Tony's rightly said, this is called a marked finesse. I think we talked about that the other day, a couple of weeks ago. Not that you really need to know, but a finesse that you know is going to win. It's no longer 50-50. It's 100% here because we know that all the high spades with the West, known as a marked finesse. Very good. So we now come back to hand with a heart. Being careful to overtake with the queen. That's it. And another spade is played to the queen. It didn't turn out to be a great lead, did it? The 7 hearts would have made life more easier. So well done if you found that heart lead. Big one. And now we're on the way home. We cash our winners. So we've been a tortoise doing all of our finessing. Now we turn into the hare when we see the finish line. So I think there's no chance for any more tricks. So we cash our winners. Like that. Cash the ace of diamonds. Oops. 6. And again. Just little thing there. Jack of clubs. Let's just have a little hesitation there. Would you play the queen of clubs here, looking at the dummy, or would you play low as second player? Yeah, it's worthy of thought. Next week, by the way, what are we up to next week? We are exciting next week. We're doing the Blackwood 4 no trumps. So we'll be looking at some slam bidding next week. Some of you won't have done Blackwood before. Others will. Some will be rusty. So we're doing Blackwood 4 no trumps next week. The basic form of Blackwood. On Monday at 9:30 with the intermediates, we're doing suit establishment with trumps. That's a lesson that most of you could come to. Yeah, if not all of you. If you fancy, very useful skill to have, establishing a 5-card suit with the help of trumps. So that's on Monday morning. Yes, cover an honor with an honor for sure. Otherwise, you may not make a trick. So ace of clubs there, and we give the rest to the ops. Yeah, they'll make the rest. But we have made our 9 tricks. So actually the spade lead there did give the contract away by leading the 7. The 7 of hearts lead, Declare would have only ever had 8 tricks. We did pick up a cheap trick on the lead, didn't we? Winning with the 8. Thanks to the rule of 11B, yes, well remembered. Well, I'm not sure many remember the rule of 11. I think 1 or 2 of you did, I know. The man whose name begins with a T. I don't like to name names. It's bad for business. Right, let's see what we're up to now. Let's go back to the classroom. The online classroom. Yes, this is an interesting situation. Which card? So we're in 3 no trumps, as we would be. 5 of spades has been led. Which card from dummy at trick 1? Jack of spades or 2 of spades? Got 6 certain tricks here, but spades are important. Would you play the jack or the 2? Normally second player play low. Place your bets. Rule of 11 when we can do the rule of 11 here. Should we just do it to practice it? So we've got a bit of time. So before we do anything, we should do the rule of 11. So how many cards? Rule of 11 is for declarer. Can also be for third player as well, by the way. As a defender can use it. Can be quite useful on rare occasions. But let's just pause for a second and just ask you how many spades Easter's got higher than the 5. It's not going to be particularly useful for us here, but let's just practice it. Before we go with question number 2. Because rule of 11 is quite tricky. So I think you're coming up with the right answers. Let me just check. Yes. So we take the 5 of spades lead away from 11, which is 6. So there are 6 cards higher than the 5 with declarer, dummy, and third player. So let's have a look. How many can we see? Well, we can see 3 as declarer. We can see the jack of spades in dummy and the ace and the 10 in our own hand. So 6 minus 3 is 3. So East has 3 cards higher than the 5. Does that help us on this particular situation? No, but yeah, it was worth doing. Right, now we're back to, I'm glad we practiced the rule of 11 because we definitely were rusty on it. But again, any more answers to come in? Are we jack of spades or 2? There's 2 marks available here, by the way. Right, are we ready for the drum roll to see if you've got one mark? The right answer here is to play the 2 of spades. The reason being, because we've got the 10, that 10 of spades, have you realized how crucial that card is? Some of you are celebrating, some of you are commiserating. Yeah, but the 2 marks here, never give up hope. So the second mark, yeah, and actually many improvers get this one wrong. So if you're in the sinking ship, don't worry, it's not quite sunk yet. You can still get it to the port with a second right answer. So 2 of spades is played correctly. Now the queen of spades is played with east. Yeah, third player play high as you would. Would you win the ace or would you duck it? So we've gone 5, 2 of spades, queen. Would you win with the ace or would you duck? Place your bets. If you don't know, you could have a guess. But I have given you a clue. Where's the get out of jail free card? It's here, the one we're using today. The rear park room key. The 10 of spades, that's the get out of jail free card. The hint I gave you was the importance of the 10 of spades here. So should we look at the right answer? There you go. So 2 of spades is numbered. East plays the queen with the ace. Do not duck. So it goes 5, 2, queen, win with the ace. Okay. So if you got 0 marks there, nil point, don't be too hard on yourself. So I'd say mostly, when I give this example in the past, most get nil point. Sally, you're very honest. Maggie, I'm impressed. Maggie, one of our longer serving subscribers. Yeah, we have covered it before, Maggie, but that's good. You know, sometimes we have to make a mistake a few times in bridge before the penny drops. But yes, as long as you win the queen with the ace, when the opponents get back in, they'll take the king of spades with the jack, but you've got the 10 as a stopper. It is a tricky one. That's why I'm sympathetic towards you. Not bridge prison. It's not a bridge prison offense. Now, Lisa and Den, they've asked a good question. If you didn't have the 10 of spades here, it would be completely different. The answers would be the other way around. So imagine if you had the jack and the 2, opposite ace XX. Then A, number 1, it's right to play the jack of spades there, trick 1. In case West has been leading from the king and the queen, the jack of spades would win a trick. And B, if you play the jack of spades covered by the queen, you would then duck twice. Yeah. So totally different, opposite answers if you didn't have the 10 of spades. But again, it's the E word. Experience is everything here. An experienced player looks at that 10 and thinks, ooh, second stopper. And if you don't believe me, you can put the cards out at home. Yeah, so good question from Lisa and Den. If we didn't have the 10, we would play the jack of spades and we would duck twice when they played the queen. Right. Well, that's a very useful slide, that one. Let's move on. Okay, here's another 3 no trump hand for you. So 6 of spades has been led. Again, you could do rule of 11, but it doesn't help you to know that East has 2 higher than the 6 in any way, shape, or form. So we would win with the ace of spades. What do we do next? Just tell me what you would do. What is your strategy? 6 certain tricks. Clearly, we need to make something of the diamonds. Can you be more specific, some of you, about how you would play the diamond suit? So yes, I'm back in action next week, of course, with Blackwood. Good fun lesson. We'll be bidding some slams, I'm sure. Suit establishment trumps this Monday morning at 9:30. So tell me how you'd play the diamonds. Assuming they're 3 and 2, that's a 68% chance. wouldn't duck a spade here. So quite often it's right to duck with ace king in no trumps, but here you see the danger of ducking is the skillful opponents might switch to a club, and we're weaker in clubs than we are in spades. But yes, I think most of you got the right answer here. So we look at the answer. Good. Key play, ducking a diamond to retain entry to dummy. If you play off the ace king of diamonds here, you're toast. Yeah, you'll have to lose to the queen on the third round, and you can never get back to dummy. So I think the motto here, it's a good one. If you're going to lose a trick, lose it early. You're always going to lose one in diamonds. It'd be impossible not to. So well done. That's quite an advanced play, I think, ducking the diamond here. There you go. Sometimes when declare has a long suit, you'll need to duck the first trick to preserve an entry to dummy. Okay, this is interesting. Jack of hearts led. Must be leading from Jack 10-9, sequence of 3 honors. So winning with the queen, let's say. What's your strategy here with the diamonds? Counting certain tricks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clearly, we need to make something of the diamonds, but how do we play that diamond suit? If you're watching in replay, how would you play it? Definitely don't win with the king of hearts, by the way. The king of hearts is a very important entry to dummy. So win with the queen of hearts. Then what do we do? Yeah, it is all down to experience, but I think managing entries is so important in no trumps. That's what makes one of the many things that makes no trumps difficult. Managing entries. Entry, of course, is a high card in dummy like an ace or a king. Here, we'd call the king of hearts an entry, by the way. And clearly we need to establish the diamonds, but we've only got the one entry. If we had 2 entries to dummy, it'd be right to play the king of diamonds and then play a low one to the entry and then play the ace of diamonds to knock out the queen, because we'd have 2 entries. Here we've only got 1 entry. So very well done. Should we look at the right answer? What did you play if you're watching in replay? Just about to reveal. You have to play the king of diamonds, and as many of you have pointed out, overtake with the ace. Not a play you'd normally make, but you have to do it here. Then you can play the jack of diamonds, losing to the queen. The diamonds are all solid, aren't they? Look, Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, they're all winners. So if you do that, the only trick you'll lose will be the queen of diamonds. So king of diamonds, overtake with the ace, and then play the jack of diamonds. And you've got your king of hearts as an entry to enjoy all those diamond winners. Let's move on. Quite clever though, Lizzie H, yes. Right, we've got one more hand to play. Let's play this last one on LBO, Bashir's new technology. So we'll stop sharing that and we'll start sharing this one here with any luck. There we go. Ooh, how many points have we got there? 22. So it's a 2-no trump opener. And what do you bid with a north hand? Yes, just 3 no trumps. 3 diamonds here, by the way, would be a transfer to hearts, showing 5 cards. Yeah, and 3 clubs would be Stamen, for those who've done it. We are teaching Stamen and transfers in the next few weeks. Do you ever transfer to a minor? Not over 2 no trump, Caroline, no. Good question from Caroline. You do over 1 no trump, Caroline. If you've agreed it, 2 spades is a transfer to a 6-card minor, but not over a 2 no trumps, no. Good question from Caroline, but you can do over a 1 no trump opener. If you've got a weak hand with a 6-card minor, you bid 2 spades. And yes, Elias, yes, I think your question just crossed over. You only ever transfer to a minor with 6 cards, never 5. Good. Yeah, it's interesting. What's the opening lead? Can you see it? Yes, I can't see all the cards either. Why is that, I wonder? Yeah, can you see? You can see it all now, can you? Hang on, let's. There we go. Right. Yeah, so King of Spades lead. Well, certain tricks 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I couldn't see the king either. That was a bit weird. I think it's because I'm on the laptop, Lizzie H. But yes, top of a sequence of 3 honors. Remember to lead the king there. Right, let's see what happens. Are you going to win the ace or are you going to duck it? I think we're all pretty good at ducking aces now, aren't we? Yeah. The queen. And we duck again. Quack, quack. Don't ever throw a diamond, will you? They're gold dust. So Jack of Spades, throw the 3 of clubs. And we win with the ace. Okay, good. What card do we play next? Specifically from our own hand. So I think, yes, definitely this lesson, one thing it is going to do is get you to slow down a bit. 1 or 2 of my bridge partners, they play too quickly at trick 1. I'm always saying, look, slow down, make a plan. So we play the king of diamonds. Yes, good, the higher card and the shorter holding. Now the 9 of diamonds. And good that we can't see the cards actually here. This is the new technology, using the LBO hand rather than the BBO hand viewer. Which one from the dummy now, do you think? Well, normally we'd play the ace here, playing for the drop. But we don't mind losing to the queen. Actually, they show out. But even had East won the queen of diamonds, this is what's known as playing to the safe hand, not the danger hand. The danger hand here, it is a bit more for the more experienced, this danger hand here, but the danger hand is West. That's the hand that we don't want to get in because they've got winning spades. But we wouldn't mind if East won the queen of diamonds here because they have no spades left to return. Spades were 5 and 3. So now we can play another diamond to the ace, cash the jack of diamonds. 10 of diamonds is a winner. I'll just play these out here. Not wise to take the club finesse, so rise with the ace. And we just take our heart winners now, don't we? But yes, not taking the spade finesse was a good move. We didn't need to. And we just give up to the queen at the end. Like that. $6.30. Notice that normally the right way of playing the diamonds would be to play the ace and king. 8 ever, 9 never. But because we knew that East was the safe hand, we don't mind losing to the queen of diamonds with East. And actually, we made an over trick, which would have been, again, the top score. Let's just go back to the classroom. Yes, but only because we're playing safe hands here, Rita, yes. If we're playing normally, we'd just play the king of diamonds followed by the ace, playing for the drop, hopefully diamonds for 2-2. That's the best way of playing it. But here we changed the way we played because we knew that East was the safe hand. We wouldn't mind losing to the queen. One thing, the mistake people would make here would be play the king and the ace of diamonds, playing for the drop. Then they lose a diamond to the queen. West gets in and takes their winning spades. Yes. Yeah. I think it is quite clever there. If you're not fully understanding it, let it wash over your head like a warm breeze. Yeah. Safe hands and danger hands are quite tricky. Yes, I think it's because of the... Yeah, that's strange. The diamonds aren't displaying, are they? That's weird. Good point, Angela V. Yes, we'll have a look at that. Let's go back to the classroom one last time. There you go. Just remember 3 things. Make your plan at trick 1 and tee up, going for the extras first. On the open lead, no trumps, declarer should duck an ace, normally duck twice. And finally, observe the opening lead. If the open lead is a 2, then they can only have 4 cards. And also, for the more experienced members of the class, just try and apply that rule of 11 as well. Only works every now and again, but you should do it as a matter of course. Well, oh yes, you can have a free trial of my daily podcast if you want. I will take you through the bidding and play. Just go to the website, yorkshirebridge.co.uk, and there's a couple of free demos for you to have a look at. Right, well, that's the end of the show. Thank you for joining me.
Well, that was fantastic. Do you have time to do a little tour?
Yes, we'll go on our tour, Franny. Just, yes, thank you for reminding me. Just before we do, yes, Monday, we're doing suit establishment with trumps. That's on Monday morning at 9:30. And then a week today, we're very exciting. We're doing the Blackwood 4-no trumps.
That'll be good.
So yes, I'm here till Sunday evening, so I've still got a few days left, which is lovely. So we got a little guided tour.
Yep. Do you need the whole screen? Will I disappear?
Oh yes, you might as well. Do you want to give me the whole screen just for the guided tour?
All right. See you later.
Hang on in there, Franny. There we go. So we're going into the foyer now, everyone. Here we go. This is the foyer. And we're going to make our way towards the other side of the hotel where the sea is. That's the bar, look. More paintings for you there. Yes, Pauline, never worry if you don't do so well today. We all have good days and bad days. Now, where am I going? I'm going this way, I think. Hopefully I won't lose my Wi-Fi. Here we go. That's the view from the bridge. Swimming pool. Try not to Swimming pool down there. Hopefully you can see the sea. That's over there. It's about a 10-minute walk away. We don't tend to go to the sea much. We normally just chill by the pool. There's some people having breakfast, look. I can't actually see you here, so I'm going to retreat in. There we go. So a little view of outside. Well, are you there, Franny?
It looks very warm.
It looks very warm. It's only about 30, 32 here. Well, 28 to 30. So it's actually quite, it's not unbearable. It's about right. So I'm back in the
setting with the pool.
Yes, no, we just tend to spend most of our time just by the pool. We go in the pool. We play. Sorry?
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Who's
nice
got the puppies? Who's got the puppy dogs?
Setting, yeah. Sorry?
Who's got the puppy dogs?
Oh, yes, they're back with my ex, Annabelle. Oh. So she's looking after the dogs now back home.
Okay, that's nice.
So she was here for a week, and now I've taken over, and I'm here for the second week with the children.
Oh, that's lovely.
Very nice. It's lovely. And we went to the water park yesterday, which was fun. And I'm playing golf with my son today at, I think, 12 o'clock.
Gosh, how old is he? He must be pretty good for...
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's 13 now.
Oh, my gosh.
And he hits the ball further than me already, which is a bit embarrassing. Well, listen, Franny.
All right. Well, we'll see you. Say goodbye to everyone, and we'll see you next week with a couple of interesting topics.
Yes, I'm just reading a few comments before we go. Pauline, Maggie, Madeleine, yes, lovely for your... Lots of thank yous today. I must thank everyone for the thank yous.
There are a few tricky things that people, will have to get their head around a bit, don't you think?
Yes, well, definitely that rule of 11 can be quite tricky.
Which
Yeah, a few forgot to use it. So we'll be doing a refresher on that.
Good.
In the coming months as well.
All right. Thank you. That's lovely.
Thank you, Sally. Yes, and it's been really nice bringing you this live lesson. I do like try and keep the live lessons going as much as I can when I'm away. Occasionally we do a pre-recorded one. That's normally when I'm on a ski holiday.
They're not as much fun, the pre-records, are they? They're okay.
Yeah. Obviously, being live is preferable because you can ask questions. Well, thank you. I think that's probably about it, Franny. Say hi to Gloria for me.
I will.
Richard says, I'm surprised you're divorced. I thought you'd be such a nice chap to live with.
Oh, how nice is that?
Oh, Richard's a new member of the fan club.
He could be the president of it.
Very good. Well, that's a good one, Richard. Thank you. And thank you, Maggie. It's nice to see some sunshine here. And I'll wave goodbye.
Okay.
Bye, Jackson.